Canada basketball. Photo by Vaughn Ridley, Getty Images. Us Canadians are known for many things: apologizing, maple syrup, and hockey. But since the start of the new millennium, Canada basketball has begun to evolve at a steady rate. And wouldn't you know it, Canada is poised to become a basketball superpower. This seems hilarious, but if you told us 10 years ago that the Toronto Raptors would one day become legitimate championship contenders, we'd have laughed you out of the building too. Team Canada is a long way away from dethroning the almighty Team USA for basketball supremacy. But if you peer through the Canada basketball program, the country is ripe with talent. The best part is most of them are young, under 26 young. And there are more coming. Sure, plenty of our talent hasn't panned out. Given how badly Andrew Wiggins has been playing relative to his once promising prospect status, Canada now has the dubious honor of being the only non-American nation to send 2 consecutive first overall busts. Anthony Bennett is historically the worst first overall pick in NBA history, and Wiggins has been so bad that Team Canada might be better off without him in the roster. But now that we've gotten the bad stuff out of the way, we can focus on the good Canadians in the NBA. While not superstars by any stretch, these 5 have made the biggest impact for their respective teams. Note, we ranked these players based on their impact, roughly calculated by win shares and box plus-minus relative to their team's record. We also considered efficiency, turnover ratio and percentages. Page 2 Canada basketball. Corey Joseph. Photo by Ron Turen, NBA via Getty Images. An NBA champion with the San Antonio Spurs and the captain of the Canadian national team, Corey Joseph, will best be remembered by Raptors fans for his 2-year stint with the team from 2015 to 2017. Coho was a boon for the Raptors, especially in the playoffs where he even occasionally outplayed Kyle Lowry. Alas, Toronto traded Joseph to the Indiana Pacers. But he continues to thrive as the team's backup point guard behind Darren Collison. Joseph is the prototypical, better in real life than in fantasy, NBA player. He averages 7.2 points and 3.8 assists per game this season, and that's not going to wow anyone. But he also only averages 1.2 turnovers per game. And he is the top 5 in the team in assists, steals, and turnovers per 100 possessions. The Pacers are 3rd in the NBA in turnover percentage, 6th in steals, and 2nd in field goal percentage. It's no coincidence that whichever team Joseph plays for is an efficient, playoff-bound team. Being a product of the Spurs system has plenty to do with Joseph's development as an NBA player. But one does not simply succeed in San Antonio. Joseph has all the tools you want for a role player: basketball acumen and a team-first mentality. He might be a career backup, but he'll enjoy a longer career than most players who are twice as talented. Next, a young, talented rookie. Page 3 Canada basketball. Shaquille Alexander. Photo by Bert Young, NBA via Getty Images. Unlike plenty of Canadians before him, Shaquille Alexander came into the league without much fanfare. Taken 11th overall by the Charlotte Hornets, he was subsequently traded to the LA Clippers. SGA was considered the 3rd best point guard heading into the season, just behind Trae Young and Colin Sexton. While he doesn't grab the headlines as much as those two, he has been a solid contributor for the surprisingly competent Clippers. With just a 17.2% usage rate, SGA has chipped in across the board: 9.6 points, 2.9 assists, and a steal per game. His usage rate is 10th on the team, yet he ranks in the top 5 in defensive box plus-minus, 3rd, defensive win shares, 4th, and value over replacement, 5th. He won't be wooing fantasy junkies or stats-obsessed fans. But most players this young are known more for their offense, yet SGA is going against the grain and is already playing at an advanced level for his age. With the Clippers fighting for a playoff spot and SGA starting to hit the dreaded rookie wall, he could start losing minutes to the veterans on his team. And even if SGA trends downwards, he's already shown he has the right tools to become a successful basketball player in today's NBA. In a couple years, he'll likely be even higher on this list. Next, a good Canadian on a bad team. Page 4 Canada Basketball. Tristan Thompson. Photo by Chris Elise. NBA via Getty Images. We factored in team success in creating this list, but any player short of a LeBron James can fix the mess that is the Cleveland Cavaliers. You can't blame Tristan Thompson, and he should be one of the Cavs' top trade candidates. Drafted 4th overall in the 2011 NBA Draft, one spot ahead of the Raptors, Thompson didn't blossom into an NBA star. But he became the next best thing, a dependable starter who puts up humongous numbers on occasion. Despite injuries, Thompson is quietly having his best season this year, statistically. The Torontonian is averaging 11.7 points, 11.2 rebounds, and 2.2 assists, all career highs. Best of all, he's doing all that without turning the ball over, 1.5. And he's still just approaching his prime at age 27. Thompson's work on the boards, 4th in the league in offensive rebounds, 4.5, and defensive prowess, one of only 2 Cavs, Larry Nance Jr., to have a positive defensive box plus-minus, will make him an invaluable player wherever he goes. As the trade deadline looms, the only thing holding Thompson back is his lucrative contract, owed $34.9 million until 2020. But teams desperate for rebounding, defense, and hustle play could do a lot worse than the former Longhorn. Next big man brings the heat. Page 5 Use your arrows to browse Canada Basketball. Kelly Olynyk. Photo by Oscar Baldazan. NBA via Getty Images. Like Gilgeous Alexander, not many regarded Kelly Olynyk with much hype, and fans probably remember him more for his looks than his play, outside of Boston and Miami fans. But the man from Kamloops, British Columbia, is paving a fine career as a role player. You're probably thinking, did this cat just rank a career role player as the second best Canadian in the NBA right now? As our criteria suggested, a good NBA player is a player who makes his team better. And Olynyk does this in spades. On the surface, Olynyk's numbers of 9.5 points and 4.8 rebounds per game are laughable. But if you dig a bit deeper, you'll realize he is one of the Heat's glue guys, and the reason why the team has been playing better lately. Despite only an 18.9% usage rate, 10th on the team, Olynyk is among the Heat's leaders in win shares per 48 minutes, 3rd, box plus-minus, 2nd, and per 4th. He is also tied for the team lead in effective field goal percentage, 55.8, and is tied for 3rd in offensive rating, 116. Olynyk isn't athletic, but his ability to stretch the floor and play sound basketball has been a huge boost for the Heat. He makes his teammates better and will be one of the main reasons the Heat return to the playoffs despite having an over-the-hill superstar and a motley crew of tough guys and reclamation projects. Next, a star in the making? Use your arrows to browse.